Hey folks, I'm Mysterious JG. Welcome back to Let's Play Nioh 2, the game where we're going to suplex someone off a space shuttle into a barbed wire broom. I was listening to Jim Cornette right before I started recording. So, much time has passed since I last recorded. This is one I had... This LP is a little weird. I'm getting a lot of stuff recorded well in advance of anything going public. So as I'm recording this video, I still haven't put anything public. Because I found out that, you gain skill points for ninjutsu and magic by using them rather than by leveling up. So I was like, okay, well in that case I'm going to off-screen a bunch. Now my frustration is that I need to get farther in the story before I can actually apply any of these points that I've earned. As you will see in a moment. So, mock me if you must. A lot of this is the game I play when I don't feel like recording. But I do feel like playing a game. I just grind at Nioh 2. So you can go ahead and mock me if you want. I've played through the first and second missions, the only two you've seen on screen, several times over each. And I've now gotten to a ridiculous point. My character is at level 55 now. And I still haven't fought the third story mission. So I know that's ridiculous. I'm okay with it. You can tell me off in the comments if you want. I don't care. I was having fun playing around while listening to riff tracks or whatever. So right now I'm actually wearing the Sohaya gear. The Sohaya Yokai Annihilator. Why can't I actually... Okay, set bonus. So I've got the full set of Yokai Annihilator gear, because I don't know what a Sohaya is, except that we do fight them as an enemy. There's a couple of them hanging around in level 2. The Vipers, whatever. And I guess they're monster hunters, so now we're dressed up as a monster hunter. But the main thing is we get melee kill, life drain, additional damage to yokai. It's not really all that impressive. Stealth against yokai is pretty useful, I guess. And it looks like maybe it worked this way in Nioh and I never noticed. Or they're just making it clearer to you. But it looks like the set bonuses might increase as your level of your gear increases. Although, why I would have average level 8, average level 7, average level 6. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know what that means. It seems to imply that it could go higher. Those bonuses. Like, I could get 6% if I had a higher average. But no, I don't really understand it. If you do, let me know. Part of a set of clothing worn by the... Okay, so that is the same every time. This is part of a set of clothing worn by the Sohaya, a clan of yokai hunters shrouded in mystery. They remained separate from normal society, devoting themselves entirely to driving out demonic forces. They were believed to live in a remote settlement where they forged their own special equipment and weapons and equipment for combating the yokai. So why they always attack me on sight, I don't know. But they do. So yeah, that's the thing now. I've got significantly better gear. Or not really significantly better, I just have a full set of set gear. But I do have fully leveled up 2 longbows, and I'm working on... I now have a Kusarigama that is demonic, so that's kind of fun. And I'm leveling up using slot 2, just various stuff. By playing through the levels, because at one point I was just hanging around a shrine, respawning enemies, killing enemies, respawning enemies, killing enemies, and then I came to realize that as a result of that, I wasn't getting any kind of these yokai core drops. So like shifting skills, I've leveled this up a bunch of times because this basically, you get more points for yokai shift stuff by collecting yokai soul, and you infuse yokai souls, and this was something that was kind of described on screen by the game. But yeah, this wasn't leveling up because I wasn't fighting enough high-end monsters that were dropping these. So I started playing through a level from beginning to end repeatedly, rather than just fighting a bunch of humans. And as a result, this is leveled up. Now I've got stuff where it's like, I just got the first level of various passive skills, most of which are either only effective while you're in the Yokai Dark Realm, or, well, this one I fully leveled up. So I get, this is where you get increased Amrita from being in the Dark Realm. But the rest of these are passives that either affect you while you're in the Dark Realm or affect you while you're using Yokai Shift, which I guess is the same as Living Weapon. I don't really use it that much. Got a bunch of Kusarigama stuff. But the main thing is, like, with the magics, I've now got a bunch of magic points that I haven't spent yet because I'm waiting to unlock the second tier magics that you get by, getting the dojo mission where you're a Onmyo adept rather than novice. So I kind of gotten prerequisites for the stuff I want, but like when I level up, I'm immediately going to drop 3 points into getting fully leveled up Sloth Talisman because that's, because I'm shameless and that's like the cheapest way to beat most tough enemies. And then I'll have points left over, which will go into other things that aren't available yet. Like, I'll want to get at least the first level of passive water resistance, lightning resistance, fire resistance. This game got rid of the earth element, I think. And after that, any magic points I have left, I'll start gradually working my way towards the other passives. Because Sloth Talisman is really the one you want. And then after that, anything else is kind of bonus. With ninjutsu, I've got a whole bunch of ninja points in reserve, but, assuming it's a level 2 magic and not a level 3 magic, the idea is that as soon as we do the mission that lets you do level 2 ninja, we'll grab fully leveled up quick change, which is the one that lets you survive an attack. Or, not much in this game helps you survive attacks, actually. You tend to die in one hit a lot in this game. But the thing that will allow us to take fatal damage and just come back with critical health rather than actually dying. And there's a lot of cool ninja stuff that we want to get. Like, hopefully I'll have enough that I can like grab, because there's various. We'll want to get the shuriken passives. Like, shurikens and stuff are primarily useful in this game because you can deplete boss monster's ki, and so that it just like kind of collapses for a minute. You can go in and deliver a critical hit. So whatever level these are, I've gotten just enough of gunpowder bomb because it's a prerequisite for a bunch of stuff, including quick change. But I'm going to primarily stick with the same build I had in Nioh, where it was like lots of shuriken, and we can Rakenzen coins take money. I'm probably not going to mess with that. It's a new thing that wasn't in the last game. But yeah, like poison shuriken. I'm going to get fully leveled up poison shuriken. Probably not going to bother with paralysis shuriken, but there's fiery shurikens around here somewhere. Ninja Tool Mastery. Yeah, we'll want to get Ninja Tool Mastery. But as a result of all my over-leveling, I've been putting all the points in. I got everything up to 10 to give us like a baseline ability to do everything. And then I've been putting everything into dexterity, because dexterity gives you ninja capacity. You gain ninja skill points by using ninjutsu, but the amount of ninjutsu you're allowed to have like equipped is dependent on your ninja capacity. Which I guess we're not seeing on the screen after all. Yeah, but our ninja capacity, and I read about this. I can't find anything that reliably tells you how far you got to get in the story to unlock the Novice Dojo missions. It just doesn't seem to be out there on the internet anywhere, somehow. But I have seen that your maximum ninja capacity, like, you get 1 point of ninja capacity for every point you put into dexterity up until you have 30 ninja capacity, and then it caps. And there's things you can do to go past the cap, but leveling up dexterity won't do anything. I mean, it'll do things, but it won't give you ninja capacity anymore. So I'm going to keep leveling up dexterity until we get to 30, because at that point we'll have 30 ninja capacity, and that's all we can get. And then I'll start leveling up magic until we have the maximum magic capacity, and then I'll start taking levels as they come. But anyway, lots of talking. FYI, I know it's possible I'll go back and edit the videos and remove it. Probably not. I'm usually pretty lazy and just like to keep everything in there. But yeah, embarrassingly poor performance against the boss of the second mission, the like flaming tornado monster guy. But I've now gone back and, like, the very next time I played that mission, the first time I played that mission off screen, I had leveled up a bit. I was stronger. But I beat that thing on the first try, and since that time I've gone in and beaten it much more impressively than I managed to do on screen. So, just saying. At some point I'm sure it'll show up in a boss redux, and I'll probably humiliate myself on screen. But off screen, I just let you guys know, I made that fight look a lot tougher than it really is, because I insisted on trying to, like, be aggressive and attack. That really is a fight where you just need to, like, wait for openings and hit it and keep away. So there's a submission, A Voice in the Twilight. I have done that off screen because there's no plot or anything to it. I'll do it on screen at some point. But I want to keep going with the story because I'd really just want to ignore all side missions and come back and do them later. Normally I like to do the side missions as soon as they're available. But I really just want to get to the Ninja Novice Dojo mission and the Magic Novice Dojo mission. So let's go to the Viper's Sanctum.
Things don't sound good, Hiddy. Looks like the forces of Dōsan's successor, Yoshitatsu, are mounting an assault. Word is that Dōsan suffered some heavy losses and retreated wounded to his estate. There have been whispers that things were bad between the two, but all of this is a little too sudden. There's got to be something going on here. Regardless, Dōsan is an important ally, so it'll do us well to help him. Let's go show what we can do.
Well, sounds fun. So clearly this game is set earlier than the events of Nioh, because Nioh is broadly set around the Battle of Sekigahara, and at this point we're before the rise of Nobunaga. So I don't know where the story's going. I'm kind of hoping that we get to meet and chillax with Nobunaga a bit in this, because despite them doing it, handling the character slightly differently in different franchises, like in Kessen 3 he was very much a young heroic figure, and in Samurai Warriors he's pretty much the Demon King. This game's very brief glimpse of Nobunaga coming back from the dead and telling Edward Kelly to fuck off was pretty awesome. So I'm hoping we get to meet Nobunaga, and I'm hoping we get to meet Lady Nioh, who is a bit of a guilty pleasure for me in the Samurai Warriors games, with her just stupid, over-the-top, I am sexy character. Upon handing over leadership of his family, Saitō Dōsan relocated to another castle, which is also where our princess is. In a remote location deep in the mountains of Mino province, a craggy slope towered behind his castle, one which no one had ever ventured up. It is almost as if the castle had been built intentionally to block the path leading there in order to hide something. Before long, people came to refer to the area as the Viper's Sanctum. So we're at Mount Sagi. The Sagi Mountain. And once again, Hideyoshi's just going to chillax at the beginning of the stage. Oh. Very interesting, but stupid. So the Viper of Mino has apparently already been taken out. I guess what's happened here is that his rival attacked and he unleashed demon power to defend himself, and as you can see, that doesn't seem to have gone that well. All right, well, I have to. Oh, crap! I have to remind myself. No, I'm actually playing a level we haven't played before, so it's time to actually make sure something is equipped that is going to have Kodama sensor. And this would have Kodama sensor. Anything else have Kodama sensor that might be a little more useful? That does projectile damage reduction. Flipping through these and probably not even... I probably passed like 4 things with Kodama sensor and didn't even register. Let's go ahead and stick with this. Now, my gear, my equipped monster souls that have been attached to my guardian spirit, everything while I was off-screening for a little while there, particularly when I was off-screening level, the second mission, because it's still a little bit more challenging than the first mission, was all geared towards increasing my auto-grave recovery chance, which at one point was up at like 90% if I equipped specific gear. Now, with this set gear, it's still like we got about a 3/4 chance of getting our grave back every time I die, which that takes a lot of the pressure off. Oh, and unfortunately, because I was off screening, you guys did miss a lot of, and it's in Japanese with subtitles, so it's not something that I even get to register what they're saying, but various demonic quotes from various demonic weapons as they reach their maximum level of demonicness. I'm guarding. What do you... Oh, okay, so he's a melee guy who saw me and can't reach me. Gunpowder bomb. That's Vader's finisher. Get off of that corpse, you grody little creature. Alright. Oh, it's a yokai. Okay, so we already got a dark realm here. So various passives that I've worked on will now apply. Although overall, I think it's still bad to be in the dark realm because you get like reduced ki recovery. So these guys I can kind of handle. Except that I keep missing. Okay, that's not a good start. I don't seem to be as good at using a Kusarigama to stun them. I guess because in the old game, like they had their weak spot that stunned them was like right in the middle of their foreheads. Kill every last one of them. Yeah. Sure thing, friend. Oh, was that Yoshi Tatsu himself? His name isn't Yoshi Tatsu. That was a pro wrestler. Alright, well, I got my elixirs back, so that's nice. Oh. That reminds me, I think I've got the wrong Kodama bonus. I think I set it to equipment drop rate while I was off screening. I usually like to keep it to increased elixir drop rate when I'm on screen, just in case I screw up and need to get health. Alright, so that wasn't a particularly impressive yokai realm, since it was just one of those guys guarding it, but it's all good. And, we got a little monster soul out of it, which will help level up our monster power. I get these ones don't tend to have the little mimic guys inside. The treasure chests that are sealed by demonic power don't usually contain demons, go figure. These guys are the most basic, simple enemy in the game, but it's still nice to not have more than one of them attacking you at the same time if you can help it. Oh, okay, well, never mind. I thought maybe we'd reached a stage where I was unlocking new stuff, but in fact, we were always able to climb directly up here. And I'm trying to avoid progress and to find side paths first, to the extent possible. Oh, hey, check it out! It's one of our brothers in paint here. Our brothers of the Sohaya. Hey, I'm one of you guys. That's why I'm going to murder you from behind. If I did not attack him from behind, he would attack me as soon as he found me. Crap. Doing kind of a shitty job here. Oh. Luckily he dropped an elixir, so it's all came out in the wash. There's another darkness zone. Ooh, it's a guy with some fancy pants clothes. Sir Fancy Von Pants. And here's a Kadama. Get back to the shrine, you little fecker. That's right. I might not be William Adama, but I'm still William Adama. That makes sense. That's annoying. It's not going to let me kill that guy from with a drop-down attack. It's fairly easy to get arrows back in this game, which makes me a lot more inclined to use arrows. Also, eventually I will get... I've already gotten various of these title prestige skill point thingy-majiggers from killing lots and lots of enemies with bows. There is still a kill lots and lots of enemies at range one that I haven't gotten. And once I get that, I'll be less inclined to just go around shooting stuff with arrows. But what is my point I'm trying to get at? The point is, in this game, you can usually buy arrows at the shrine from the little Kadamas, which makes me far more inclined to use them than I was in the last game, where I hoarded them like they were the precious metagel. That would appear to be game over, yeah. Oh, that's a benevolent... Let's say sometimes the red ones will give you a clue as to whether you're at the edge of a game over cliff, because you'll find a little red corpse that is it tells you how they died, and it'll say that they died from falling to their death. Oh, crap. Oh man, he's a ninja, and I fell to my death. Because I was right after talking about how that was probably a fall to your death place, I kind of lost track of what was going on and ran directly over there. Oh well. Well, let's go ahead and cash in this soul core before we can accidentally lose it. Because when your grave auto recovers, you also auto recover your soul cores, which is nice. I will not bother to donate a bunch of gear. I was about to try to sneak kill Hideyoshi, which Snake, no, you've created a temporal paradox. Yeah, that would represent a temporal paradox, is what I'm saying. Nice throw there, protagonist. So you have to go to your hut between missions to look at monster and character descriptions and bios and stuff, but I believe the player character is simply referred to as protagonist. Like, we really just don't. For some reason, I didn't block there. I usually would be doing an evasion roll and also blocking just to be on the safe side. I'm the protagonist, aka Murder Man. In fairness, almost everyone you encounter in this game tries to kill you on sight. Ow. Oh, that's obnoxious. I gotta go kill you now. Oh, but I did also, while off-screening at one point, I acquired a full set of shinobi gear and wore shinobi gear, but it doesn't have set bonuses. Oh, that guy's not a shinobi, he's just wearing black. It doesn't have set bonuses, it just generally, all the equipment in it gives you a ninja power boost, so I found it kind of useful. There must be a Kodama up there or something. Yeah, I find like the long paths like this, I'm always wondering, where's the Kodama? So there's maybe hiding behind the boxes or something is a Kodama. Yeah. All right, you little fecker. Whether or not I'm Irish seems to depend greatly on whether or not there's a Kodama nearby. Looking forward to... I don't know why, but I've really built it up in my head that I'm going to have a lot of fun the next time I see my niece, because I'm going to tell her... if I can get her to sit still long enough, I want to tell her the story of... I always pronounce his name wrong. Cuchulainn, the Irish mythical hero dude. So I'm all hopped up about telling her this story because I found a version of it online that was like kind of fun and reasonably kid-friendly. Because the Ulster cycle, not that I'm an expert on it, but it's got a lot of sex. I'll leave that part out. Okay, let me kill at least one of you. Oh, damn you! You stopped being stunned at exactly the wrong time for me. Well, that's some bullshit, because I don't even get, probably Amrita from that. I like how his body is ragdolling around with a spear that's also ragdolling in a weird way. Alright, well that was I guess kind of a waste of an elixir, because I didn't get an elixir, but... Can't worry about these things too much. And, those... No, see, I thought they were the same guys who got me killed before when I fell off a cliff. Hey, it's the Honeycomb Hideout. But apparently they are not. Alright, Dōsan Saitō, your castle's... It's not really being my favorite place in the world. But never mind, those were the guys. Okay, so I kind of vaguely got revenge on those guys. That's cool. And by kind of vaguely, I mean I killed them. But one of them decided to kill himself. Suicide's never the answer, my ninja friends. Alright, and on that wise note, I'm going to call it a video. When we come back next time, we will continue fighting Yoshitatsu. I'm just going to call him Yoshitatsu because I forget the guy's actual name. Yoshitatsu's men have attacked our good friend, the Viper of Nioh, Dōsan Saitō, who's usually portrayed as a villain in these games, because usually in these games anything that goes back and covers that, you tend to be playing from the perspective of Nobunaga, the guy who ultimately took over Dōsan Saito's lands in the long run. But yeah, when we come back next time, we'll be maybe we'll get to meet Lady No. Would that be fun? Yes or no? You decide.